Success shouldn't feel this exhausting. If you're winning on paper, but burning out behind the scenes, you aren't failing. You're stuck in a psychological bottleneck called a hurdle of stop. I've been there. On the outside, things look great, but I was secretly burning out, convinced I was just lucky, and waiting to be exposed as a fraud. I realized I didn't have a business problem. I had a mindset block. Whether it's imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or fear or failure, these aren't just feelings. They are growth bottlenecks. Identify your specific hurdle and get one immediate action step to regain your momentum today. Go to tuepodcast.net/quiz. That's tuepodcast.net/quiz to take the 3-minute assessment and get your report now. Salutations, School Believer. Do you have a dream of becoming an entrepreneur, but don't know where to start or even what to do? Where can I gather information quickly about what's in my zone of genius? Don't worry, School Believers. I got you covered. Go to tuepodcast.net/AI prompt and check out an amazing set of AI prompts that will give you ideas, information, and articles to help you get across that start line. Once again, go to tuepodcast.net/AI prompt to get you started now. Good luck, School Believer. Welcome to the Undiscovered Entrepreneur, the podcast where brand new entrepreneurs come to life and could quite possibly be discovered. Join me, DJ Scoob, and the rest of the Scoob Believers as we help these new businesses become a reality. And now, away we go! We now join DJ Scoob in the coaching of Deborah Newt, already in progress. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. And, I also want to mention, thank you for the shout out on your podcast. Appreciate that.
Oh, God, yeah. Our pleasure. Chris did it. But, I've listened to, and it's like the support we're getting from our group on Twitter is mind-blowing.
Oh, it is.
Have you been in that group for a long time?
Not for a really long time, maybe 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. Okay. So not much longer than us.
Yeah.
It's just been mind blowing because this was all very new. It's been an absolute breath of, it's been the first real breath of, vitality into the podcast because we've never podcasted. It was just an idea. We never really thought we were going to go through with it. But then when you start getting this encouragement, you're like, wait a second, maybe we're onto something. Maybe we are putting something out there that is kind of like what we were saying before. It's just so heartwarming and amazing. But you not only, support the podcast, but I think that Chris was having this audio issue and you helped her, just completely selflessly. And it's just really, really appreciated. You probably think, well, anybody would do that, but that's not necessarily true. So
you'd be surprised how many people I've actually sent that video to.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me. They're like, well, I know I'm starting a podcast, but I don't know how to edit. Okay, here, boom. Hey, I'm having some editing problems here. Boom. And it's
it's amazing. It's an amazing trait to have, this, this compassion and this wanting to share your knowledge. And it's very admirable.
Oh, well,
so good to you.
That's why they pay me the little bucks around here, I guess.
That's right. Someone has to make that money. No, we are going to make a ton of money. Pots full.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
We're doing our yeah.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is just kind of get an idea of what you want to talk about. If you can tell me a little bit about what's on your mind and what kind of things you want to get out there that we could talk about.
Sure. I mean, I guess I could give you just an overview. Not sure about, what I particularly, no, I think I do know what I want to talk about. So I'm from Ottawa, Canada. I left in my third year of university to go to England to do a student exchange. I was doing international business. And I met my husband there. So we were young. And he's from Greece. And anyway, we ended up getting married. I moved to Greece. So I haven't lived in Canada since I was really 20 sort of thing. Like I left, I finished my studies, came to Greece. I'm in Greece now. We have a daughter. She's 15, but we separated. I wanted to separate last year. As in my 30s, I was diagnosed with depression, and pretty severe. And then, sort of through psychotherapy, I didn't do much psychotherapy, but I realized that I've been depressed since I was like 12. It explained. I'm not sure if you have any experience with depression, but okay. So it just explained like this. I have systemic depression, which is just this underlying inability to be happy. Like I'm fully functional, very capable, nothing I can't do kind of thing. But just anytime a positive thought would come into my mind, a negative would come and just eat it right up. So yes. I think it got very built into my psyche and my subconscious that I'm just not entitled to happiness. I'm not entitled, happiness is for other people. It's not for me. Suffering is for me. Being the martyr is for me. And so, anyway, so I got on medication, and then I tried to go off a few times, but just ended up in the same boat. So I just was finally diagnosed with what's it called? Chronic depression. So I'm on a fairly low dose of antidepressants, and to the point, I remember when my daughter was born, I was actually suicidal. That was when I was about 37. And then I just, my marriage already wasn't very good, but so there are two things I want to say about this. I never said, okay, I'm just going to take this medication and that's it. I started doing everything, like you name it, exercise. I did it, and I still do it. I actually ended up doing yoga so much that I ended up teaching yoga for about 4 years.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the philosophies and just reading psychology and numerology and tarot, like we were talking about, and just trying to find I was trying to find a bigger context, just some bigger explanations, trying to find my purpose in this world. I think to make some sort of sense, if I'm here and I'm miserable, why am I here? There's got to be a reason. I don't, anyway. So I always believe that something good comes out of something negative. So I just always almost felt grateful to my depression for making me go down that route of finding happiness, finding joy, finding purpose, and just looking at things a little bit more introspectively and deeply. So I also, when in 2010, I was working for a company. I work for a shipping company now. Thank God, it's a great company, but it's a full-time, very, very demanding. I mean, I only work 8.5 hours, a day. It's not like I'm working 12 hours a day, but it's demanding. But I was working for another company, and my then boss got investigated for fraud. And unfortunately, that ended up taking about 15 of us down the legal route. We got charged. I was his PA. And it was absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. A lot of shame. I felt I hadn't told my parents in Canada. I was like, look at me, I totally screwed up my life. I'm here on these are felony charges. And I just so much shame, but it was also like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because I I just always was convinced that I was meant to feel bad in this life. So I think that I'm not sure if you read a lot about manifesting and stuff like that, but, manifesting is great when you're manifesting the right stuff. When you're manifesting these deeply held beliefs to come true over and over again, it's debilitating.
Right.
And so last year, anyway, again, that made me go even deeper into like spirituality and all that stuff, because I was like, I have to get through this. I have a daughter to raise.
Right.
I can't. And in Greece, so these things, it took 11 years for the case to end. It ended last year in 21, and the whole thing started in 2010. So, in about 2018, I was feeling okay about the case, but really it was hard work getting there. I just decided that, why am I in this marriage? Like, what am I trying to prove, and to whom? Why do I have to suffer? Why do I have to keep making this the reality of my life? So I started the very, very difficult process of telling my husband that I don't want to be married to him anymore. And for various reasons, including the quarantines, I couldn't actually move out of the house until last year. But I see the positive side of things. And I think actually it was really good, because although the fights in the beginning were horrible, it forced us to learn to coexist, like get past the anger. Like, I think if we had separated when I was really angry, we probably would have separated really badly, really, really badly. And we have a kid, and I didn't want that. But because we were sort of forced to stay together and coexist and work through our anger, we ended up separating, thank the Lord, really well. So we're still able to we can even go out for coffee together and make decisions about our daughter and all that stuff. So last year in September, the case ended and we were all acquitted because, of course, we didn't do anything. And I separated from my husband. And so I'm just in this place where I'm like, oh my God, I am free. I'm not waiting anymore for anything. I do not accept unhappiness by any, and I'm 52. I'll be 52 this week. I don't want to say.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. The 21st. I'm just like in this super excited phase of my life where I just showed how sort of kick-ass I was by going through everything I went through, but I'm ready to have less negative experiences, fewer negative experiences, and more positive experiences. So I'm just really excited about life. I'm still on medication, but that's okay. And menopause has kind of screwed me up a little bit, but I've got that sort of under control. So life coaching, I did the course, I guess just last year, seems like ages ago. I did the course, just maybe 6-month course on life coaching. And, what was I going to say? And, and then just this time last year, Chris and I, she lives up in a town. She goes back and forth between Boston and Greece. And when she's in Greece, she lives in a town about 4 hours from me. And we were having our, sort of annual Christmas drinks. And I was saying, God, there's just so much I don't know. Like, I can barely have a conversation at like a dinner table because I just don't know. I'm smart and I do my job well. There's nothing to do with intelligence. It's just that I never had the opportunity to look all this stuff up that I'm interested in. I don't even know when the First World War was and all this stuff. And she was like, we need to make a podcast out of that. It was just so random. And we were laughing. We were like, oh my God, like, who the hell is going to listen to us, kind of thing. But then, famous last words. Thank God for Chris, because I think I would have, because with my Chris is busy too. She has 3 kids. She doesn't work outside the home, but she's busy. But I just was getting, we started in, let's say, February, and there were a few points when I was like, I can't do this. I can't prepare these topics and keep up with the social media and work and this and that. And she was like, you can.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I'm in this exciting place when we started to get more listens and some positive feedback and stuff like that. I'm in this exciting place where I have my job, thank God, but I have these two really fun side gigs. Life coaching, I've only done, I haven't done any paid work yet. Like I've only done a little bit of, like let's say practice sessions with people. But I'm ready to get out there. But I think honestly, it had to do with my own insecurities too. Again, like we were saying, it's like, who am I to tell people stuff? What I get this thing with, with anxiety, I get this thing with brain fog. And then I was like, okay, I'll be in the middle of a session and my brain will like fog over and, I won't be able to do this. And I just think I'm ready. I'm finally in a place where I do believe I can do this. And the podcast is something that we're working on. We're working on a logo. We're trying to get ourselves onto the different apps, as I'm sure you know, like Newsly and all that stuff. So that's something like I don't feel like I need help with the podcast so much because I feel like it's kind of taking on a life of its own.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also got Chris, partnering with her is great because she's very good at like looking into stuff and seeing how we can get on a certain app and that kind of stuff. So I think we've kind of split our capabilities, sort of well. So I think that I guess what I would ask about more would be how do I get the life coaching off the ground? I know when I was a yoga teacher, it was 100% word of mouth. Like it was wonderful. My phone just started ringing and ringing and ringing. But, life coaching in Greece hasn't really caught on, which of course means there's an opportunity there.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of have to explain to people what it is. And thank God I speak the language, so that's not a barrier. So that's kind of where I am.
Okay.
I hope that was an okay introduction.
No, it's great. You actually had a lot of great information for me to work with.
Okay.
So
okay, great.
I already got half a page here written down of things that I want to talk about here.
Oh, yay.
So it sounds like to me that the main thing you want to talk about is the life coaching. That's what you end with, is the life coaching. And that's kind of where you want to take this conversation, is the life coaching. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I'm just muting my phone, which I forgot to do.
That's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what I want to talk about.
All right. So let's see. Okay. So I got so much here. First of all, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot in your lifetime, and a lot of it actually is kind of the same story that I have, believe it or not.
It doesn't surprise me for some reason. I really feel that. Not that I'm happy that you went through any of that, but I knew it. I just knew it.
But taking these life experiences and incorporating into what you talk about with your clients is really how you want to get things started, because then you have a commonality between you and your clients, and having a story to be able to tell, a personal story to your clients, saying, hey, I went through a similar situation, blah, 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 blah. This is my situation. So they feel like you actually have a stake in this thing. You've experienced these things. So when you have a client in front of you, don't be afraid to open up to your personal experiences and stories. Mm-hmm. That way you have some kind of like commonality with your client, especially when it comes to life coaching. Life coaching is a lot different than entrepreneur coaching, but they still have a merge in there somewhere. It's coaching of some kind. So it really boils down to telling stories that are common to what you both are experiencing. Mm-hmm. So, for example, for me, I have a 30-year-old son and a 28-year-old daughter through my first marriage. And that was a very, very messy marriage that was, she actually ended up leaving me for another man. So, who ended up raising my kids.
Oh, God.
So, my second marriage, we are actually still in close contact, still really good friends.
she actually suffers from a similar depression as you.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
why I know your situation, because
Mhm.
I've actually seen it from the outside, what she's gone
Right. Right.
through. So it's very similar to what what you described to me. Um,
Mhm.
but all that knowledge and all that situation you've gone through gives you the power to be able to explain and have a
Mhm.
common denominator with whoever else you're talking to. And it's so
Absolutely.
vast that you're going to have you're going to be able to do that with a lot of different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, even when you start your life coaching, you could even specialize
Mhm.
in those type of people because you have that experience. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you can actually
Yeah.
niche down that life coaching to people that deal with depression, people that deal
Right.
with loss, people that deal with um, relationships that in the way yours did, that kind of thing. That way,
Yeah.
instead of
Mhm.
having such a bold, I'm a life coach, come see
Yes.
me.
Yes.
You could niche that down to, I'm a life coach that deals with depression and that
Right.
blah 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 blah.
Yeah. I'm just making notes if you see me looking down.
No, I want you to.
Okay.
The more I see you
Mm.
look down, the better, actually, because I know you're taking
Yeah.
notes,
Okay, great.
right? So
Yeah,
it's
no,
okay.
I'm scribbling.
So a couple other things, Deb, I want to talk about is you mentioned that you have a brain fog sometimes.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you still experience that every once in a while?
I do.
Okay.
It's better. I actually I took on I've done so many tests all year. I think it's related to various stuff, but partially to menopause. I'm taking an additional antidepressant. Anyway, it's something sort of neurological
Hmm.
that is coming and sort of complementing what I was already taking. And knock on wood, I've been much better for about a month. I still have it a little bit when I get anxious,
Hmm.
but it's not as debilitating as it has been. So it's better.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a very kind of weird question. Okay.
I like those.
Good. Okay. What is your diet like? Tell me about
Mm,
what you eat and that kind of thing on a regular basis.
okay, yes. I actually eat quite healthily. I like healthy food. I like in the morning I'll have like a rice cake with tahini and a bit of honey. Then I'll have a banana. Then for lunch, I take to work, it might be like steamed beets, a cucumber, lettuce. I'll have some cottage cheese in there. I might throw in some tuna. But I always have to have like a piece of chocolate. I won't have a huge chocolate bar, but I'll have a couple of pieces of chocolate to
Hmm.
to help. I don't know. It's usually around 2 or 3 in the afternoon, so I'm tired by that point. The evening is when I fall down. There are two fall downs that I do. I'm so hungry when I come home from work that I'll just, grab like a wrap and throw some cheese in there, and that'll be it.
Hmm.
And so like, it's very rare. Like I don't cook. Like I won't. I eat healthily, but I don't. I'll eat a lot of quinoa or whatever you call it, quinoa and stuff like that. But there's not a lot of like meat in my diet. And I'm not sure if you're a vegetarian or anything. I was a vegetarian for 1.5 years. Um, so I might be, a little bit lacking in protein. But to be honest, I did a very strict, I didn't eat gluten for a year.
Hmm.
And I don't think it helped. I felt better physically because I thought that might be it. And then I remember a few years ago, I think I cut out like a lot of sugars and dairy. My
Yeah.
point is that I didn't, and Chris knows a lot about this stuff too. Um, I didn't find any significant changes to say, oh my gosh, that's what it was. It was gluten or it was this or that. But no, that's a really good question because so many people have diet issues that can trigger this kind of brain fog. So I don't think it's that, but maybe I just haven't discovered what it is yet.
So a lot of that diet's actually good for you as far as body is concerned.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say completely cut out gluten, but like your body still needs a little bit of gluten just because it converts that into energies.
Mhm.
Also, having the tuna is good because you need that fish
Omega-3.
oils, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing I've actually found. Now, my family suffers greatly from Alzheimer's disease.
Oh dear
It's on both
God.
sides of my family.
Mm.
I know my mom is starting to show signs, and I had a grandmother that went down a very dark path with Alzheimer's. She couldn't even recognize my dad.
Oh, so
So,
sorry to hear that. Yeah.
because of this knowledge that I have about my past, I took a deep, deep dive into
Mm.
Alzheimer's to see
Mhm.
to prevent it for myself because I didn't want that to happen to me. And I actually found that a lot of it the brain actually has a lot to do with the rest of your body because it controls everything.
Right.
So I decided to see what I can do to fix all that. So finding ways to increase your gray matter in your brain
Mhm. Okay.
reduces fog.
Okay.
Okay, so the things you want more omega-3s in your diet. So not
Mhm.
just tuna's great, but I've
Mhm.
actually started taking omega-3 supplements.
I do
And
too, actually. I didn't get to my supplements, but I do. But I stopped for a while and I just started again.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been
Okay.
doing that. Also, eating fruits that can have skins that have edible skins.
Oh, like apples, pears.
Apples, pears, blueberries, and acai berries, huge.
Really, eh? You notice
Because
a difference.
it's not just because they have the skins, but they also have the detoxins that your body needs to be able to flush the toxins out of your body.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. I've never
Yeah.
tried that. I eat apples, but not like I've never tried that, like berries and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, just eating straight blueberries, not
Yeah.
not not juice. Don't get blueberry juice or anything like that. Eat the actual fruit that has the skins attached to them where you can eat them. The
Okay.
skins will increase your gray matter, and
Okay.
then the juices from the blueberries will detox your body.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now, the other thing too is you want to use specific spices to increase your gray matter.
Okay.
Turmeric.
Oh, turmeric, is that, wait a second.
It's a powder spice that you can get at the grocery store. It literally just says
Right.
turmeric. They
Okay.
also have supplements for turmeric too. I wouldn't suggest that because I'm not exactly sure what your body does. I don't actually take turmeric pills, but I do whenever I cook any kind of meat of any
Mm-hmm.
kind, I'll throw a lot of turmeric on it. It gives it a great
Okay.
flavor, and it's good for the melon.
Is that turmeric? Yeah.
Turmeric with an R. Turmeric.
Okay. I feel like it's very similar to something else that I've heard of. So this is good that I've never heard of this because it means I've never tried it. So it might help.
Right. Exactly. And then pepper. Just pepper.
Okay.
It's good.
I don't use a lot of pepper. So,
Use more.
okay. And I
Okay.
guess, we're talking about, the least processed, I'm sure, as possible. Like what, like health food store type stuff, not just supermarket type stuff.
Well, if you could get to a health food store, it would be better for you because there's a lot less like pesticides and whatever that's
Yeah.
used. Now you got to
Yeah.
be careful with the word organic.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure some people don't understand that organic doesn't mean completely free of
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
So, okay,
Yeah.
so what'll happen is getting into here, let me just give you what my diet is basically.
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
in the morning, I will have some oatmeal, regular oatmeal
Mm.
that has flaxseed in it. The
Mm-hmm.
flaxseed will help me help my body, and the oatmeal sustains my body a little bit longer than normal. And that's
Okay.
the first thing I do in the morning. When I wake up, I make myself some oatmeal. That holds me over to my actual breakfast time. So you're going to see that I actually eat more often than 3 times
Yeah.
a day. So I wake up about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll have that. At about eight
Okay.
o'clock, I'll have blueberries. I'll have Greek yogurt of some kind,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll have
Mm-hmm.
a banana.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah.
That's my trifecta for breakfast in the morning. The Greek
Okay.
yogurt helps your gut health, which is also a
Okay.
major important of keeping brain fog is gut health. I'll let you do the research on that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Gut health is really important because your gut is going to produce the vitamins for your body and your brain. So a lot of
Okay.
times having the ability of having a good gut and a good brain together at the same time is going to
Mhm.
help you.
Thank you. Yes. Can I just ask one clarifying question?
Sure.
The flax seed, should it be like, what's it called? Whole flax seeds, or like we have ground stuff here? Is
Doesn't
this,
matter.
doesn't matter. Okay.
Doesn't matter. I mean, the oatmeal I have contains whole flaxseed,
Okay. Okay.
but I mean, flaxseed in general is a protein for your body.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
So gut health is important and brain health is important, and a lot of times the rest of your body, including your heart, will follow.
Okay.
Two
Okay.
things.
Okay.
So once you start getting rid of that brain fog that's happening, your synapses will fire better because they have better roadways to go across. Your ideas will come quicker and better.
Mm.
And things because that's what's happened to me when I started doing this diet. I turned into a whole different person. I lost like 30 pounds.
Wow.
And like my whole way I think, process things, even the way I talk to people changed completely.
Wow. That's fantastic.
So I want that to happen for you too, where you're able to think, you're able to come up with ideas quicker, faster, better, that kind of thing, all because you concentrated on the gray matter and your synapses in your brain.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can you tell me the rest of your meals?
No. Okay. So lunch,
I have to kill you. Well,
lunch for me is basically it's going to be a turkey sandwich of some kind or roast beef sandwich of some kind, something to get protein in my body.
mhm.
I will indulge in some potato salad, uh, but that's
Fair enough.
okay. Also, I do it's like a avocado kind of
Oh, I
thing.
love avocado.
So
Yeah.
it's like tortilla chips with avocado as a dip.
Oh, wow. Yum.
And that
Mhm.
actually helps a lot with your gut health, and the oils in that actually help your brain as well too.
Okay, thank you. Hmm.
So anything to do with avocado is really good. A lot of people, what I'll actually even do is turn the avocado and use it as a spread instead of mayonnaise for sandwiches,
Mm,
which is
wow.
really
Yeah.
good. I really like that. So,
Yeah. Oof, yeah, for sure. Okay.
and then I'm with you on the whole evening dinner thing.
Yeah.
That's the one part I'm having really tough time with because, well, I don't know if you knew this or not. You might have heard. I work at a restaurant at night.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I work at this barbecue restaurant. So that's really hard for me to kind of turn down.
Oh my God. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. I would just eat all the barbecued skin off of everything.
Oh, yeah, well, we have this thing called burnt ends, and it's basically the ends of the brisket, and it's basically our best meat. So I get
Oh
that
my
whenever I can,
God.
but we do carry turkey. So I try to grab the turkey for my
Yeah.
dinners as much as possible because it's lean and it's healthy.
Oh,
So,
but oh my God, so
yeah.
good.
I'll send you a
Yeah.
picture of a couple of the plates that I got.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. We are going to have to put you on our road trip.
Oh, yeah, please. I will treat you to the best barbecue in the nation. And I'm not
Okay.
just saying that because I work there. We actually have been best barbecue in the nation for 3 years in a row.
That's incredible. Missouri, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that city?
Branson.
Branson, right. I knew that. Okay. All right. We're
Poor
on our
man's
way.
Vegas is what they call it.
What's it called?
Poor man's Vegas.
Oh, really? Is it like a casino town?
No, well, not casino, but there's a lot of shows. There's thrill rides. There's a theme park at the end. There's water slides. There's like go-karts. There's all kinds
Oh
of
my,
cool stuff you can do all up and down the main strip there.
oh God. Chris will be, yeah. I'll just go for the barbecue and some wine and she'll do all that stuff.
Have you ever heard of, are you a country fan?
Like I grew up with it, but I
Uh,
don't really
You
listen
ever
to it
heard of Clay
anymore.
Cooper?
No.
Okay. He's
Is he
a
new?
famous country singer. He actually
Oh,
he lives here in town and he has his
oh,
own place, which is really cool.
wow.
Um,
Wow.
anyway,
Statler Brothers, Charlie Pride, Crystal Gale. That was sort of my dad's jam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's my diet. So I think working on your brain health and your gut health is going to increase a lot of what you're going to be able to capable of doing as far as that's concerned.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've written it down.
All right. So what else do I got for you? Increasing your synapses in your brain, learning new things.
Yeah.
Even just learning a new instrument slowly will also have the same effect.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, if you've listened to my podcast all the way through to the very end, I actually I'm learning to speak Spanish.
Oh no, I didn't pick up on that. Only listen to
because it's at the very, very end, like after the outro ends.
Yeah.
I take like 2 or 3 minutes, and you can hear me learning Spanish.
Wow.
Most people don't make it that far, but it's not so much as something as part of my podcast. It's something kind of a little bit for me.
Yeah.
But whatever. But
yeah.
what I'm doing is I'm learning Spanish to not just to learn the language, because I work a lot around Spanish speaking people, but it's to help increase the synapses in my brain because I'm learning something new. When you do that, those same pathways that you're making in the brain isn't just for Spanish, but it's for anything and everything else that will increase.
Okay.
So
that makes sense. Yeah.
So like learning a new instrument, learning a new language, anything that you're learning. Those phone games, okay, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not big on the phone games as compared to like learning a language or an instrument.
Yeah.
But anything that you're learning.
Wow. They do say that. Like that's why a lot of people who are, getting older, I guess we're all getting older, do a lot of crosswords and Sudoku and stuff like that. I don't really do that, but it's something I could do so easily on the subway when I'm going to work. I can't really play the ukulele on the subway, or I can speak Greek, but I learned that a long time ago, so I don't think that's helping. Those games are something really easy I could do a little bit every day. Okay.
Even if it's only 10 minutes a day.
Yeah. That's a really good idea. Yeah.
So like there's a gosh, what is it called? Musical.ly? There's an app. I'll send you the app. It's free, and you get one lesson a day on how to play a string instrument.
Wow.
And I'm learning guitar.
Good.
I've always wanted to learn guitar. It's something that
Yeah.
But I'll send that to you if you want to use that, so you can see what it is. Okay.
Thank you. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
All right. And one more thing I want to go over as far as this is going to get a little bit deeper. Okay. So in your situation, you have something I call the upper limit problem.
Okay.
Okay. So what it is yourself and your mind is only capable of so much happiness and abundance that when you reach that plateau, you sabotage yourself with negativity.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
So we need to find a way to raise that plateau. We need to elevate that roof that you have of abundance and happiness so you can be happier. You see how that works?
Absolutely. And that is effing brilliant.
And now that you know about it, you will now that I've told you about it and you know about it, you will actually find yourself even subconsciously realizing that, hey, I've reached this plateau. I don't want to do something. I don't want to do something to go back down again. I want to stay here. Right. So when you start feeling that when you're doing really, really good, and then something bad's happening. What's going on here? Okay, now you know there's something going on, and you can change or whatever you need to do to stay at that top and raise that roof. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
absolutely.
I would like you to read a book called The Big Leap. Now, if you've listened to my episode 25, which you probably haven't yet, because it's kind of like recent, I go into 4 questions to how to find your zone of genius. And now that is actually in that book.
You did that with your client. Was it, I love that zone of genius. I couldn't remember it. Okay. So zone of genius.
So
I
the
love
zone of
that.
genius and the upper limit issue, it goes
Mhm.
over specifically in that book of The Big Leap.
Okay.
And
Thank
that's
you.
why whenever I talk to anybody that's never heard of that book or has the same situation like you have, I always suggest reading that book because it changed my life. Because I had that same problem. I called it my
Yeah.
last name is Blount, so I called it the Blount curse.
Oh God.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what it is whenever something's going really, really good, like hey, things are clicking along great, and all something really bad would happen. Like
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
a traffic ticket or a bill would come up or something like that.
Yeah.
That's how my whole life was up until about when I started podcasting.
Wow.
So I call
Yeah.
it, even my kids know it. The same thing
Yeah.
happens to my kids. It's the Blount
Yeah.
curse, right? So
Oh no.
once I realized that that's what actually was going on, it was because I would hit this upper limit and then sabotage myself to have these negative things because I don't want to go any further. This is as much as love and abundance as I can handle. I don't want to go above this, meant,
Right.
subconsciously.
Yeah.
So I would sabotage myself.
Yeah.
But now that I've learned how to raise the upper limit and
Mhm.
change things in my life where I could actually see myself sabotaging or something negative about
Exactly.
to happen, I could prevent it so I could stay up here.
Right. Yeah. It totally makes sense. Okay. I get that. I really do. Yeah, no, it reminds me of like this, again, like this self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, wait a second. I can't feel good because I'm supposed to feel bad. That's what my subconscious tells me. So I'm going to find a way to fit into that mold, which even though I don't like it, it's so familiar to me. It's what I'm actually comfortable with, and it's what I'm always going to bring into my life. That's
Very,
anyway, but
very
yeah,
good. Very,
yeah,
very good.
yeah. No, it's just so once you see it, it's really hard to understand intellectually. But once you see it, it's like it's just there. You can't
Mhm.
unsee it. Yeah, self-sabotage, huge issue for me. I'm better, but definitely a huge issue.
So read that book. If you want,
Thank
you
you.
could go to my you could go to my website and find it real quick. I have it in my resources page.
Okay. Hmm.
So if you want to look into it, buy it, whatever, you could find it there on my webpage.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see if I can get it in Greece. If not, I'm going to Canada. Maybe I can grab it there. Okay.
So another thing I want to talk about, and this was probably one thing that really plagued me more than anything else up until probably about a month ago, literally,
Oh, wow.
was imposter syndrome.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So imposter syndrome for me has been my biggest hurdle I needed to get past to be able to start doing what I'm doing now, which is my coaching.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
had that same problem. Who am I to be able to talk to this? I don't have a degree in anything. I'm just a guy
Hmm.
that talks on a podcast and has some
Yeah.
experiences. Who am I to do
Yeah.
this, right? So what happened to me was I was actually reaching out to a lot of other people. Hey, I have an imposter syndrome problem. My imposter syndrome problem. Can you help me with my imposter syndrome problem? So one
Mm.
day, her name is Sana, I think it's her name. I was in one
Okay.
of her rooms and one of her Twitter spaces,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Hey, I have a problem with my imposter syndrome." She actually, about a day after that, texted me back and said, "Hey, I want you to do me a favor. Stop calling it my imposter syndrome. Stop
Yeah.
owning something that's so horrible that it's holding you back from where you want to go." And I had no idea I was actually doing that. I was owning my imposter syndrome. I was owning something that was holding me back. Once I
Yeah.
let that go,
Oh.
and stop owning that imposter syndrome,
Mhm.
I was able to let go and start coaching. And now I'm doing it. So
That makes so much sense.
don't own your imposter syndrome. Say
Okay.
the imposter syndrome. Say just another way to keep that imposter syndrome away from you, and
Okay.
mentally it will go away.
Okay.
I've read books, I've talked to high level coaches, I've talked to anybody, and it was just that one little thing that she
Wow.
caught that nobody else did
Wow.
that let it go for me. So now I try to, when somebody talks about how, like, who am I? Who am I to do
Right.
this?
Yeah.
That's what I tell people, is just to let the ownership of the imposter syndrome go, and it will
Yeah.
start to disappear for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're right. It's so simple, but it can trip you up. And words are so important, because every time you say something, you're convincing yourself more and more of it. I have imposter syndrome. I am imposter syndrome. Like, we have to be so careful with the words we use, and even the words we think. So important.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right. So I'm going to move on here to your actual life coaching itself.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me a little bit more what you want to accomplish with the life coaching?
Yes. Okay. Well, I guess there are like two threads. I mean, very much like you, in terms of, like, as soon as I started feeling better with depression, not my depression, I immediately wanted to share with other people, and think, even if I could help just one person. And that's why, on a couple of our episodes, I've gone a little bit outside. I'm very open about my mental health struggles. But I just, anyway, sometimes I hesitate a bit, but I think that I've said on the podcast, like, if what I say helps even one person, that'll have made my whole struggle worth it. So I'm very much like you in terms of wanting to share the knowledge. I'm extremely compassionate. I want people to know that they're not alone. I don't want people to be ashamed of their mental health struggles, because they're just so, first, it's not a choice, it's something we are born with, sort of thing. So the one thing is that I genuinely, from the heart, want to help people. I really do. It's something, like, I sometimes find it hard to define what gives me actual joy. Like, I might go out for a drink and have fun, or, I don't know, do something good at work. But like, real joy, you know what I'm talking about. That's one of the things that gives me true joy. And those are the kinds of feelings I'm looking for. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is that my daughter's 15. So when she's 18, she'll be finished, 17, 18, she'll be finished high school. And now that I'm separated, I want to be able to, in 3 years, if not sooner, to work remotely. I don't want to be tied to Greece or Canada or anywhere. I want to be able to sustain myself, and sustain myself well. From life coaching, I have no idea what's going to happen with the podcast. If something happens and we can monetize, that'll be great. But I'm more focused on the life coaching. So to be financially, well, I'm already financially independent, but let's say to be financially independent, but not geographically bound.
Okay.
Okay, that's my thing. And so I think that, I just want the freedom. I don't know what my daughter's going to do, but I want to be able to go back and forth between Greece and Canada. Here now I can't. I really can't, because my job is very office based. Greece hasn't caught on as much to the remote working thing that sort of spread through COVID. Mm-hmm. So I want to be geographically independent. I want to be financially very sound, because, retirement's not very far away anymore at this age. And I just think that, coaching, God willing, if I have my health and all that stuff, is something I can do into my 70s. Like, I'm not in any rush to retire. My mom is still a real estate agent, and she's like 76. Mm-hmm. So I love working as long as I'm doing something that I love. So those are my things.
Okay. Those are good things. Those are good things to have. And I'm glad that you actually have that sit in your head about what you actually want to accomplish, because having those goals for yourself is what's going to get you there.
Right.
So here's what I'd like to do with you right now. You said one of the main things that you want to do is to give joy.
Yes.
That's one of your main things.
Yes.
So tell me how you're going to accomplish giving joy to other people.
Oh, that's such a good question. I'm going to help them feel seen. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people, we think we're listening and we think we're watching and all that, but a lot of people really don't feel like their voice matters, that they're being heard, that they're
Right.
being like, I feel like a lot of people think that whether they're here or not, it really doesn't make a difference. And I want people to know that they're here for a reason. And then this has to do with what you were saying about my relatability and commonality and stuff like that. That's going to be a good tool for me, I think. I also have a huge realization a few years ago that I feel like, and I'm guilty of this, of course, too, we live very robotically, like, go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, retire, die. That's the that's the formula.
Pretty much.
And
yes.
Yeah. And it's so nuanced. There are so many things in that, but my main thing is that I was on that train, and when I started sort of realizing that life was taking me along, I wasn't really in the driver's seat. Made me feel so empowered to think, wait a second, I have some say in how my life goes. Like I'm not criticizing people, but I personally, because I let my life be driven by circumstances and stuff like that, I just am at this point now where I'm like, no, I want to say, I want to be conscious in every moment, deciding, is this the next step I want to make? Even like, am I going to choose the green apples or the red apples? What's my heart telling me right now? I want to be present in this decision right now. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, it's fine.
I love talking to people that get me. So thank you for that. So I've often thought that a sort of a catch line for my coaching would be purpose-based coaching. I'm not saying that everybody has to go out and save the world, but be present. Who are you? Who are you? I don't think I actually answered your question, but like, you ask a person who they are, and they'll start saying, well, I'm a mom. I work full time. I like yoga. It's like, no, that's not who you are. Who are you?
That's what you do.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what makes your heart flutter? Like, so I think that my joy would be I've actually thought of calling not the podcast, the life coaching, the real you, which goes to the acronym TRY, like the real you, like helping people really understand who they are so that they can inform their decisions and their direction in life based on who they really are and not the formula. So I think that I can help people get unstuck and achieve some things in their life for them and not just for society. I hope that was a good answer. Is that sort of what you were?
So This is why I record these things.
Yeah.
Because I want you, when you get this, to listen to everything that you just said and reflect on it. Okay. You said some amazing things for yourself. Really amazing things. Helping people being seen. I love that. That's definitely going to be something that you really kind of need to concentrate on, because there's a lot of people that went through exactly the same things that you've been through, and they feel that nobody's listening to them. They're not being seen. They're invisible. They're see-through because nobody responds to them like they want to.
Yeah.
So that's definitely going to be something that I would kind of reflect on. Being able to take charge of your life. That's going to be big too. Get in the driver's seat. Get out of the back seat of your life and get into the driver's seat.
Exactly.
Okay, and be able to
control where you go. Come back to me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm getting chills, like hearing my own words being said to me. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So
No, you're okay. Sometimes when you hear your words come from a different voice, that has a different meaning. Because it's not coming from yourself. It's coming from another human being that's understanding what you're saying.
Exactly.
So that's why you're getting chills, because you're hearing your voice. You're saying come from a different voice.
Yes.
Wow. So, okay.
Okay.
Purpose-based coaching. I like that. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Why? What did I do?
No, I just want to make sure you're okay.
Oh yeah, I'm great. I'm kind
Okay.
of fidgeting because this chair is not very comfortable, but I'm fantastic.
Okay.
And
Purpose-based
I'm
coaching, that's definitely going to be something that you want to base your coaching off of.
okay.
You want purpose-based coaching. That's definitely a good pillar to have in your coaching. Okay.
Thank you.
The real you, I like that.
Thank you.
I want you to build off of that. What does that actually, and I don't want you to do it right now, but just something to think about. What does that
Okay.
actually mean to you?
Yeah.
I mean, build off of that. Make something, go like this. Start with a piece of paper, put the real you across the top of it, and write a paragraph about what that actually means to you. Then after you write a paragraph, I want you to write one paragraph instead of like two or three paragraphs. Condense it all into one paragraph. Then after you condense it down to one paragraph, I want you to condense it into 2 sentences.
I love that.
And when you condense it into 2 sentences, it's going to be exactly where you want to be, what you want to be, and what you want to say to people in a short amount of time to be able to get your point across of what you actually do.
Thank you so much for that. That's so good. And that'll end up being my tagline, probably.
You could even do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just writing down.
No, write it down.
Okay.
So the next thing, and like I said, I want you to be able to listen back at this when it comes. The other thing is finally getting independent my brain's not working. Geographically. Geographically, need another one of these things. That's what it is. I'm getting low.
Oh, what is that? Coffee?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a coffee nutcase. I love coffee. If I could put it in my bloodstream, I would. Okay.
Oh.
So finally getting independent geographically and getting out of where you want to do. So I'm going to ask you the same question. What do you think you need to do to be able to get geographically unstuck?
I think I need to build a lucrative online coaching business.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is another aspect of it, that I'm also interested in energy work and putting my hands on people. And I haven't ruled that out. I love that idea. Because I do think I have healing hands. But then I thought, that's geographically limiting. Not that I won't do that. Maybe I can find a way to do that remotely as well. But I need to have a way to coach online so that I can work from anywhere. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. It's really that simple. It's not simple to achieve it. It's simple to say what you need to do.
Okay. What else do you think you need?
Do you mean in terms of like tools, like marketing and stuff like that, or
whatever you think you need to be able to get unstuck and geographically? I can't say that word today. Geographically free.
I need to. Here's my issue. Not my issue. Here's an issue. And that really stuck with me, what you said about owning stuff. I like that. That's going to be like a huge keeper. It's a bit of a catch-22 because I need to be able to coach online, which means that I can take my laptop anywhere and coach from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to build up that kind of business, it's very hard to be working full-time and having a daughter. But I can't get rid of my full-time job until I'm making at least as much money from online coaching.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that issue.
Okay.
So, it's okay right now when a couple of coaching gigs is just great for a little bit of extra cash, but to actually be able to uproot from this full-time job and, take that bold step into freelancing is, it's going to be, it's going to be a leap of faith, but it trips me up a little bit. Okay,
I'm writing some stuff down here. Hold on.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you think that you want to kind of like what will get you unstuck at this point from being geographically stuck? Is there anything else?
Well, I'm definitely geographically stuck for the next 3 years, which I'm okay with because my daughter is here in school and I don't want to, take her away from her father and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that I can't think of anything else right now.
Okay. No, that's okay. That's actually what I was hoping you'd say. That means
okay.
that means that you've exhausted every idea that you possibly could have about. You can use this too. It's not copyrighted. You've exhausted everything that your brain could come up with for that subject. So that's actually
Right.
a good thing.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Great.
So when you're a little coaching advice, when you're coaching and you're getting these ideas and they say, that's it, that's all I could come up with, that's a good thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that means this level of questioning is done. And now you can start working. Okay. So lucrative online coaching. Okay, I'm actually going to go one step before that. 3 years. Why 3 years? Now, I understand that your daughter has a lot to do with it, but why are you waiting 3 years to start accomplishing what you want to accomplish?
I'm really not waiting. What my idea is that I'm going to use the next 3 years starting now. I've already started coaching. Again, I'm not making any money at it, but I think, through word of mouth, something will happen. So I think it's like, if I see that in the next year, I can live off of this, then I will quit my job next year. But I'm starting now. And I guess I have as a cutoff date, whatever that means, 3 years. Like in 3 years' time or earlier, I want to be geographically independent.
Okay.
Not that I would leave Greece, but even just being able to schedule my sessions in a way that gives me more free time and stuff like that is freedom for me. Not geographical necessarily, but freedom.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a little. Now, this is going to sound like I'm comparing, but I'm really not comparing. Okay. I'm just trying to give you an example.
Yeah.
So my life and my experience is actually fuller than yours. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
So I actually work 2 full-time jobs. I work at the restaurant and I work at the local hospital. Both of them, I work 8 hours every day. And then I have my son, my youngest son that I deal with, and then, family time and things like that. And then I run my podcast and then I'm doing coaching.
Yeah, that is a lot. Wait a second. You work 8 hours in total at the 2 jobs or?
Oh, both jobs are 8 hours.
Are you serious? Every day?
Mostly every day. I do have one day every 2 weeks I'm off of both jobs, and then some mornings I'm off of one job and some nights I'm off of another job. That's why I have time to do other things. So it's all about, and I hate saying it, but the only way I'm able to pull off any of this is very strict scheduling.
Yes, which I'm very lacking in. Yes.
So like when I sent you my Calendarly, those days that I have on my Calendarly are specifically set aside for podcasting and coaching. I only do podcasting and coaching at that time. Okay. The rest of the time, I'm either at work or it's family time. Now, my family time for my son are Mondays. Mondays when he comes home from school, Monday night, I'm off with my son or I'm playing video games with him or whatever. It's time that I've set aside just for him.
Okay.
Now, Wednesday nights into Thursdays on some times of the week are some free time I have that I spend with the rest of my family or whatever. But having this rigorous schedule has allowed me to do my podcasting editing, being able to do my interviews and days I set aside for like for us to be able to sit down and talk for 2 hours, to be able to do what we need to do to help you out.
Yeah.
Having that now, I don't want you to have that strict. Trust me, it's almost completely debilitating. It's really hard.
I'm
But
sure.
you're telling
Yeah.
me that a lot of times you don't have the time to do what you want to do. And I think doing some really sit down and taking account of how and where you spend your time. I haven't
Mhm.
turned on the television once, maybe in 2 years,
Yeah, I believe it.
and that was for a Super Bowl. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but because of that time I've saved by not sitting down and just staring at the TV, I'm able to
Mhm.
put on a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
totally get it. I don't lose time. I'm not a big TV watcher either. Um, but I do waste time. But you're right. If I start writing it down, I'll see where I'm wasting time in just sort of hemming and hawing, just kind of checking my phone. Yeah, there are gaps that, might just be like 5 or 10 minutes here and there, but they end up being like an hour, let's say a day. And that's an hour. That's an hour that I can do a lot with.
you're exactly.
And I think that part of it too is changing my mindset about things being a chore. Like I love our podcast, but sometimes when I'm tired from work, to have to come home and sit down again. I've already been sitting 8 hours, then sit down again and crank out my topic. That we every we swap weeks.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Sometimes it seems like punishment that I have to sit down and, I can't just do something to clear my brain. But I think that, whenever I sort of flip my thinking, it doesn't seem like as much of a chore. And it's like, I'm so blessed to be able to do this. I wanted this. So anyway, you're right though. And I know that I have time management issues for sure.
Okay, so that's something to work on.
Okay.
I want you to sit down, and if you really want to get deep into it,
Mm-hmm.
if you really want to get deep into it, take a log for about a week of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Between this time and this time, I'm at work. Between this time and this time, I'm actually on my phone looking through TikTok. Between this time and this time, I'm working on this next subject of my podcast. And then you could map out. Then you could see where you're wasting time and how you could change that wasted time into something that you could accomplish, a goal for yourself, or something like that. So a lot of now for me, I'm very thankful for my jobs because they understand what I'm trying to accomplish, and they let me on my phone whenever I need to be able to schedule appointments like yours or anything like that. So they understand I do a lot of texting and I do a lot of social media stuff on my phone.
Great.
So I'm blessed to have that, even though I'm working both of these jobs. But even finding those extra 2 or 3 minutes to be able to shoot out something on Twitter, I don't know if you pay attention to my feed or not, but a lot of times throughout the day, I'll throw out little like sayings or little pictures that say an inspirational something or other. That's actually something I have set up through an app on my phone.
Oh, that's so smart.
So what it is it gives me a signal. It gives me a signal on my phone and said, hey, there's a new, saying that just came up. I'll open it up real quick. Yeah, I like that one. Boom, boom, send, bam, done.
Yeah. Totally agree.
So, and that helps me with my engagement because I stay, constant, right?
Yeah.
So finding ways to possibly even automate things for yourself.
Yes.
And keeping things fresh, being able to send those texts or whatever in between times would probably be beneficial for you too.
Absolutely. And I don't know, do you know Yeti Yef, who has 8750?
Yeah.
I was texting with him actually quite a while ago, and he was saying the exact same thing, that he shoots irrelevant to his podcast stuff out, like maybe twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, because he said, I don't think people like us just shilling our podcasts and our episodes all the time. Like they want to sort of get an idea of who we are. That's why we've started posting. Like I posted something, really quickly last night saying that I was procrastinating, but it was kind of funny, so I totally agree with that approach. But you're right, automating it helps with the brain power for sure.
No, you could schedule things on Twitter, right?
Of course I didn't.
Okay. Okay. So right. So when you're on your laptop or whatever, it's only available on the online version that's on desktop. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So you actually have to be on your computer. When you make a tweet, if you're on the very bottom of the tweet, there's a few little icons on the bottom. And one of those icons, it looks like either a clock or a calendar. I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay. That will actually take you to a place where you can actually schedule out this tweet to go out at a specific time.
Okay.
So what you do now is you batch your content where you do 4 or 5 tweets going out at specific times of the day that will automatically go out.
Right.
So
Amazing.
like, for example, like I'll have like a little snappy saying or a quote.
Yeah.
I'll have an advertisement for my podcast. I'll have a picture of me going, or whatever. And I'll do all that all at once and schedule it out to go. Like I have one that goes out at like 7:30, the one that goes out at 12, and one that goes out at 2:30, and one that goes out at 4, because I realize that in those times I'm having the most engagement on my Twitter space or on my Twitter feed.
Okay.
So paying attention to when you get the most likes or when you get the most things at specific times of the day, that's when you want to put out something.
Okay. Amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. And what was I talking about? Okay. So, okay. So, even though you're giving yourself 3 years, I really think you could actually condense that time down. I don't think you need to wait 3 years.
No.
I really don't.
No. Okay.
I actually think you could start pulling things off like now. Now, I'm not saying like go to another country or anything like that, but start getting used to going to the coffee shop and having a coaching. Get used to going over here and having a coaching online or whatever. Start kind of going remotely, but in short bursts and local areas. That way you're getting used to moving things out. And what that's going to do for you too is you're going to start scheduling clients while you're going out. So you're going to start scheduling clients at the same time. So kind of get used to doing that yourself.
Okay.
Now, don't think that you have to wait 3 years to go remote.
No. Even now I have a client. He's a client at the shipping company, and I'm doing free coaching with him just to get some practice. And so he's in India, so it's totally online. So I'm just kind of getting a feel for it,
Okay. I think 3 years is too long for you to have to come up with a goal like that.
Okay.
I mean, I still want to... Oh, hang on just a second here.
Yeah.
Okay. Second? Yeah, okay. So I work off a hotspot off my cell phone.
Oh, right. Okay, wow.
So I have to make sure my phone stays charged. And we've been on here for a while, so I realized I had to plug it in. So
I hope you have a good package.
I do. I have unlimited everything. I kind of need it.
Okay, great.
So I wrote down work restrictions.
Okay.
So a lot of the things that you're doing is great, but you're restricting yourself because of work.
Okay.
So, I mean, I understand that you want to. What do you do? I mean, I don't think I caught that. You might have told me, but
I didn't explain it because it's okay. So there's a shipping company, but all shipping companies have a ship owner behind them. Our specific ship owner, he inherited the shipping company, but his passion is IT. So he has like a PhD in IT and all that stuff, high tech. So in the group, he established an IT company that actually makes software for shipping companies. So we have 4 kinds of software that we sell to shipping companies, develop and sell, and I'm responsible for one of those 4 units. So I guess I'm not a technical person, but I'm manager of the department. So I'm department manager, department director, or whatever you call it, just making sure everybody does what they're supposed to do.
Okay.
I have about 12 people in my department. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you have a lot of responsibility, sounds like.
I do, but thank God, it really starts when I go in and ends when I go out. It's not one of those jobs where my phone's going off all the time. Like the call I had at the beginning of our session was very rare. Right. Thankfully, it's something I can turn the switch on and turn the switch off at 6 o'clock, and I don't have to think about it until the next morning.
Okay. So keep going with that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sounds like the major source of your income right now. So don't lose that right now.
No, God.
Don't let it get into don't let it get in. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So let's see.
And to be honest, I have to be fair. I like my job. Like thank God. I'm so blessed because it's not, it's gratifying. It's challenging for my brain. It's, it's not a waste of 8 hours. A lot of people go to work and they're in terrible environments, toxic environments. Knock on wood, I really don't have any of that. So I'm very, very, very lucky. I guess but it is very, requires a physical presence, so it doesn't help me with my geographical issue.
Right.
And it's like it takes me almost an hour to get there, 8.5 hours shift, an hour to get home. So I'm leaving at like 8 in the morning and getting home at 7 at night. So it's for me, it's a little bit hard at 7 to be like, okay, let's start doing everything I want to do. When I'm tired and hungry and stuff. So it's really more of a chunk of time.
Right. What do you think that's teaching you that you can use in your coaching?
Very good question. I think I'm stuck. I mean, I guess just about sort of making everything a learning experience. But also it's exactly what I was saying about getting on that train that just takes you. Like I'm not fulfilling my purpose by working at this job. So I'm not taking my own advice kind of thing. I'm trying to now with opening up the coaching business. But I still try to see it in as positive a light. Like I would never say that it's a waste of time for me to go to work, but I feel like you wanted a different answer.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely learning something. Every experience that we have in our life is for a reason, for a purpose. I mean, I'm sure you can agree with that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what I'm seeing is you leading, you being a leader.
Oh, thank you.
And you're leading these people into a final goal, whether it's not a goal for you, but a goal for the company, but some sort of goal. Yeah. And you have to tell these people, you need to do this, or this is great, and this is kind of thing. So I see you learning how to make a team.
Oh, thank you.
So as you go on your entrepreneurial adventure, there's going to be a point where you're going to have to not do it all yourself, right? So you're going to have to hire a team. So what you're doing right now, leading these people, is learning different personalities, how to handle different personalities, how to pick out different types of people to do different types of jobs, and learning how to make a team.
You are so spot on, because I really do think that my strong point, I was never the kind of boss who was like, why are you going to do this? Because I said to. I know each individual person's buttons, and I know like they're all different. Everybody has different buttons of what motivates them to get the job done. So I know how to push the buttons of 12 different people to achieve. And that sounds manipulative. I don't mean it in a manipulative way, but I know that, Mike needs to be approached this way. Steve needs to be approached this way. And I like that little, like, it's like a riddle. I like figuring that out.
So I'm going to build off of that just a little bit. Have you ever heard of the 5 love languages?
No, but I like the sound of that.
Okay. So Gosh, that's the book of that is actually in my website too.
Okay.
So it's called The 5 Love Languages, and everybody has a love language in these 5 groups that they go with. It's either their love language is now I have to remember it. Acts of service, physical touch. Golly.
I can Google it.
Well, if you Google 5 love languages, it'll pop up. So they have. I want you to learn that, and then the 5 love languages of the workplace.
Okay.
So, and that's an extension of those 5 love languages, but how to implement them in the workplace.
Okay.
Once you learn what somebody's love language is, you can actually communicate with them in their own love language and actually be a lot more effective.
Exactly.
So like my ex, excuse me, I'm out of coffee.
Do you want to go get some?
I know. Hang on a second. Let me go get some.
Go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
Right. I told you this is like my life's blood. This coffee. I don't know why.
Oh, it's good. I'm just going to use this opportunity to grab my water too.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Very messy house.
That's all right. You don't see outside my wall here, so you know.
Okay, thanks.
All right. So once you learn somebody's love language, you could actually be more effective in their your communication with them. Mm-hmm. So, wow, what is going on?
It's the winter phlegm. It's
it just like kicked in all of a sudden. That was really weird. So I would definitely look into those 2 books. The five love languages of the workplace is in my website.
Oh, okay, on the website. Okay.
So you'll see a lot of books that I've not written, but I've used. I wish I wrote those books.
I was like, wow, how more impressed can I be?
But everything that I've used up to this point in my entrepreneur adventure is on my website.
Oh, thank you.
So and you can actually cross that over into your coaching too.
Yeah.
If there's a way, once you read those books and understand what they are, is if there's a way that you can figure out what somebody's love language is, you'll be able to communicate with them a lot more effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like I'm already doing it without knowing that I was doing it. In my work life, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I do it as much in my private life, but it's something that I could certainly build on. And in coaching, obviously.
Right.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
So think about that. And there's one more thing I want you to, 2 more books I want you to read. I got a lot of homework for you. I'm sorry. I got so much homework for you.
It's been a saving grace. I stopped. Sorry, maybe I'm too chatty, but I usually take the subway to work, but I stopped with COVID because, it was just too dangerous and stuff like that. And so I was driving for like 2 years, and I just started taking the subway again. It has been like the best decision I ever made. I can download the podcast that I want to listen to. I've got Audible. I download books. There's no way I would have taken 2 hours out of my day to read or listen to podcasts. Mm-hmm. But now that's all I can. I can't do anything else on the train, on the subway. So my point is that I'm not overwhelmed by having to read 4 books because now I have time to do it.
Good. So the coaching habit.
Oh, I think you might have mentioned that to me, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I usually do, especially when it comes to coaching. The coaching habit is definitely a must have. Okay. The other one is called the Prosperous Coach. Okay. This book will teach you basically the steps to take to start charging for coaching. Because it sounds like that's exactly what you need.
Yes, and it's a little bit of imposter syndrome and stuff.
Yeah. So here, let me give you an example of what I'm doing. So go with me on this, okay?
Yeah.
So I actually am doing the same thing as you. I'm coaching for free. I'm not going to do this to you because I'm explaining it to you. So, and there's a reason I do 2 hours. Okay. A lot of
Okay.
coaches will start like 30 minutes and that's it. But there's no way you're going to get anything deep into half an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, a lot of times I'll ask the person I'm talking to, hey, if you don't mind, if you can like write a little blurb about how how you felt or how I changed your mindset or anything like that. And I actually use that on the front page of a website.
I was going to do that anyway for you, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. But but the
Yeah.
thing is, if you have that evidence of actual people that you've actually talked to, that's going to be very helpful in your credibility.
Oh, you're so right. Yes.
Okay. So you want to put that somewhere right up front in your website if you do one, or if you want to refer back to it, like how come I should go with you? Well, there was this person that said this thing. Now you have a story you can go back on, and if they actually checked out that person, they'll realize it's actually an actual story. That's real. So using that to your advantage would be helpful. Then what I do is I do a follow-up 24 hours later. Hey, did you have a chance to think about things? Do you have any questions about anything? You've had 24 hours to think about it. Is there anything I can assist you with or answer any questions you had at that point? Yes, no, whatever, that kind of thing. Yeah. Then I offer another 2-hour follow-up a month later.
Okay. That's free?
Yes, free.
Holy crap. Okay.
Okay. Now it seems kind of lengthy and long term, but this starts getting the credibility that says, hey, since I've done this much for you, would you be interested to continue this? And that's when you go into your pitch for money. Now, this is all in that book, The Prosperous Coach. Okay. So you can take it from me, read the book, whatever. It's all in there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So now you've established, one-on-one, you've established your capability of coaching this person. You've made a change in their life. Now is the time to ask for whatever you decide. Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Now, another reason why you want to wait a little bit then have that second coaching is because a lot of times you're coaching. Now, this is for me. It's going to be a little different for you because you're doing life coaching. I'm doing entrepreneur coaching, but there's a similarity. They've seen a change. There's a bit of money increase, or there's something that's changed in their life for positive that they're realizing that you have a value for them.
Yes. Yes.
So now's the time to ask them for compensation for that value.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, and I can absolutely, I've seen that even with people I've coached with no money. They're like, like you can't imagine, I spoke calmly for the first time with my wife after we spoke. Like my point is that they used what we talked about and saw an immediate benefit. So that's the value that you're talking about.
Okay. So what do you think of that?
I think it's amazing. I really do. Yeah. I think it's absolutely about building credibility, giving them enough time to see that what they're getting is bringing results into their life. And what more do you need to decide to part with a little bit of money? Right?
Exactly. So when you start asking for money, this is going to be the hardest part of the whole thing. It's not the actual coaching. We're actually pretty good at it. We like doing it, right?
Yeah.
So the hardest part of actually coaching is asking for the amount of money that you want for coaching.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So I don't know if you got a chance to listen to the episode or not, but Cliff Ravenscraft is, I want to say episode 12.
Okay.
He is a coach.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He actually started out as a podcaster, ended up a coach. He's actually one of my quote unquote virtual mentors, but he knows who I am. Right.
Okay.
If you said, hey, it's Jesse. Oh, Jesse. Yeah, I know him, that kind of thing. So, he charges, get this, $12,000 a month for his coaching.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that crazy? And people do it. He
Exactly.
has 5 or 6 people that he coaches a month, and he gets $12,000 a month for this coaching. But that's how valuable coaching can be.
I know. I believe it.
So when you're thinking about what to charge these people, don't undercharge yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So personally, right now, since I'm just getting started at this, I mean, he's been doing it for like years. I'm
Yeah.
charging anywhere between $500 and $700 a month, or I'm going to. I haven't done it yet. I hadn't gotten to that point yet. But
For how many sessions?
I'm going to start with 6 months worth. So it's say $700 times 6.
But in that month, how many sessions does your
You're going to
client
get two sessions a month.
2 sessions a month. Okay.
But if you do the math on that, 2 sessions, it's mind-boggling. If you actually do that, if you get 5 clients paying you $700 a month, what does that monthly income end up being? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35
$3,500
a month.
isn't it? Yeah, and that's one client. No, wait, you said 5 clients. No, it's amazing.
Yeah. And there's people that charge a lot more than that. You know,
this is something else I have to think about, because in Greece, there's no way, and I'm not saying that to be defeatist, like the salaries here are horrible. It's a completely different setup in the States, but I'm going to be online. Yeah. With Americans and Canadians. Probably.
Yeah. Don't limit yourself just because you live in Greece. You have an entire world of people that you can help.
Exactly.
Now, if you want to do one-on-one coaching where you're actually sitting down and actually having a cup of coffee with them, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, like us, I'm in the central US.
Yeah.
So we just happen to be on the same time schedule. I don't know how that worked out. Yeah. So, but sit down and really think about what your actual value is and your knowledge is to somebody else. So let me give you a little story. This will help you. So Pablo Picasso, one of the biggest artists, right, ever out there, is sitting at a pub and doodling on a napkin. Okay. And a lady comes up and sees what he's doing. Oh, that's beautiful. Can you sell that to me? And Pablo Picasso says, yeah, I'll sell it to you. And she goes, well, how much do you want for it? Well, $20,000. Right. And she goes, $20,000. It took you 5 minutes to do that. And Pablo Picasso said, no, it took me 20 years to do this.
Yes, exactly.
Don't undervalue your work.
Yes.
That's really what that boils down to being.
Exactly.
People aren't buying an hour of your time. They're buying your experience in your lifetime for that 1 hour.
Totally agree. It's funny. I actually had that conversation with somebody today. He's my personal trainer, and he's like, to get to this like level that I am, I have like blood, sweat, and tears, thousands of dollars. You're damn right I'm going to charge 50 euros an hour. So I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah.
Because that's one thing that I've noticed when I've talked to other people about their products, their coaching, anything else. They always seem to want to undercut themselves because they're afraid to charge what they think they're worth, because they don't think it's actually worth that much, when it really, really is.
It really is.
So
it really is.
And then once you start getting that and realizing that you can make that kind of money, then you could start doing what you want to do, as far as like, going to different places, geography. I still can't say that word.
You had too much coffee.
Now I'm overshot it. I've overshot it. Okay. So how does that feel to you?
Yes, definitely. It'll be a struggle point. But these conversations are really helping me.
Okay.
There's a lot involved in charging. I don't really know what I want to say with this, but people, yeah, you're right. Like we undercut ourselves when the other person was probably willing to pay the $300, but we go straight to the 250, and anyway, but yeah, no, it'll be a challenge, but I'll overcome.
Okay. Go through that book, The Prosperous Coach. It will help you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I will. Yeah.
All right. So we got about 15 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes left. So I want to make sure, do you have any other questions, anything else that you want to go over, anything that you want to cover as far as anything?
Honestly, I feel so nurtured and so informed and so many things I'm excited about looking into that I can't think of a specific question right now.
That's okay. But I always ask that question just to be sure that we've covered everything you think that needs to be covered. Okay. All right. So I want you to give me 3 takeaways of what we've talked about today.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Only 3.
Yeah. I hope I can refer to my notes, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. No, you put them away. No. Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, there was one thing, something that I have never thought of, which blew my mind, was you saying that I'm a leader and able to lead a team and manage a team and sort of get the best out of people to make them perform, as opposed to just, cracking the whip. So that was really good to hear that. And I was, a little bit in like this purpose-based coaching and the real you. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, who am I? But then you sort of, you essentially said you are that person. End of story. So, whether we like to admit it or not, we want validation. So that was really, really good. Amazing. And trying to think, I mean, there's just so many, but I think I had already sort of knew about the this sort of glass ceiling of, what did you call it? The upper limit
problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's something that for me is, a lot of these things are never fixed. They're like lifelong work.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that even though I'm much better at recognizing when I'm restraining myself, that really sunk in. Like, that's something I really, really need to work on, because I'm my own worst enemy in so many ways. Like most of us, I'm much better. I like myself more now, but that's something I'm always going to have in mind. Oh, and sorry, and I know this is the 4th one, but it just occurred to me. I love the don't own your problem. It's not my imposter syndrome or my depression. It's depression that I happen to collide with for once or twice.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the one thing you're going to do as soon as we get off of this call right now? We're going to hang up, and then you're going to take a nap. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Take a nap. No, I'm just kidding. That's just...
Honestly, I want to look into those books. That's the one thing I would probably do. I would probably start looking into those. I feel like I wouldn't do something tangible in terms of like start trying to drum up clients or anything like that. But I would work with myself, very good at sitting by myself. I would work with myself and just really envision how not only possible this is, but how it's absolutely certain that it's going to work. I would probably sit with myself. It's a little bit late here. It's like 9:30 p.m. So I would do something quiet like that. Like I would just reflect.
Right. There you go. Good.
Yeah.
I want you to, here, I'll show you something else too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any of these bad boys?
Sticky notes?
Sticky notes, Post-it notes.
I have a ton at the office. I don't have any here, so I'll have to
Okay.
get some.
So here's what I want you to do. The
Okay.
ideas that you have, for example, like the real you and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna,
Yeah.
sticky notes. Brain dump everything onto these sticky notes.
Yes. Yes.
Stick it onto a wall.
Okay. And look at it.
And look at it. And just set a timer for 5 minutes. Get yourself a marker and just start. Okay, this. All right. And then this. All right. And start doing that.
I've done vision boards and they're very effective.
But now what you could do is, now that you have a couple ideas, start grouping them. That's the nice thing about sticky notes. So now you could start sectioning them off. Well, this is kind of like this. And this,
right.
As a matter of fact, I'm working on one right now. I'll send you a picture of it so you can see where I've come up with. So you can see how to do it. And then this is how I do my brain dumping. This is how I do my brainstorming and anything like that, because it turns off your editing brain and turns on your creative brain.
Right. That's so true.
Because once you start getting into editing mode, it's like, well, is this really like this? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Or just, I'm going to write this down, but is it really? No, you want to just dump everything and just prune everything off later.
Wow. That's amazing, Jesse. Yeah. That's like the pure raw thought without, did I capitalize? Did I use punctuation? Yes.
Yeah. So I want you to do that. Okay. I want you to do that too at one point or another. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you have to steal a couple from the office supply store, whatever. But
I think my shipping magnet boss can afford it.
There you go. All right. So I'm going to ask you a quick question here. I've recorded everything and I'm going to send you this. Would you be okay if I actually use the content here that we've talked about for other things?
Absolutely. Because I'm very outgoing, and I just, even about my most personal things, like you can even share that, because it's so important that we connect more with each other and people see that they're not the only one going through a certain problem. So you can use it for absolutely anything.
Okay.
And I was going to ask you, I wanted to write you a testimonial anyway, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
And I was also I don't know if I'll do it tonight or tomorrow, but I was going to post both as Today We Laughed and Learned and as Deborah and Newt on Instagram, that we had a life-changing session, and because it is.
As long as it is, that's fine. I don't want you to put it on. Okay.
No. I mean, I'll word it,
Right.
No, it is. I mean, it is. It's making me feel like, wow, I'm really doing this. It's cementing it for me. So thank you.
Yeah.
So testimonials.
So what I like to do, and just like normal, I want to follow up with you in about a month's time and see what you've done and what you've progressed. And I'm going to hold you accountable for a lot of things that we've talked about today.
Okay. Yeah, I need that.
That's going to be an important thing. I want to know what books you've read that we've talked about. I want to hear what implementations you've had. If you've actually asked somebody to start paying you for coaching, whatever it is, something that you've done to reach these goals that you want to get to. You don't even have to tell me that you've made the goals. I just want to hear that you've made progress towards the goals.
Okay.
Hearing about you actually hitting those goals would be fantastic. That would be mind blowing for me. And I would really like that, but don't feel like I'm pressuring you into, you got to make this goal. Otherwise you get all stressed about it and that kind of thing. I don't want to be like that. So I just want to come back to you and hear what you've done, hear the progress that you've made and that kind of thing.
Okay. That's absolutely. And, do you have to send me, I can even book a session now with you a month from now. Is your calendar?
Yeah, I'll have to. I've only gotten so far in my calendar, Lily.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and set up the next month after that. That way you can go into it. So give me like a day or so, and then if you want to go into it, that's fine. It's the same. It's the same link. It's always the same.
Right.
Link. So
okay. Yeah, I'll make a note to get into it because I'm just afraid that I'll leave it and then miss it. So all right.
So if besides the testimonial, What I like to do too, especially since you're one of my first coaches, is if you feel that somebody needs a coach, needs some
Yes.
coaching, I want you to tell them, say, hey, I know this guy. He's
Yeah.
given me one free coaching to give away.
Oh,
And I want you to have it. So what you're basically doing is giving this gift of a free coaching to somebody else that's a $700 value.
oh my God. And I have such a good idea of who I would give that to.
Okay. So
Yeah.
tell them to email me or contact me on my Twitter. You know how to get a hold of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And say, hey, I have a gift for you. I want you to have this free coaching with Jesse, with DJ, however you want to call me.
With
DJ
this
Scoop
guy.
is a little more memorable, but
Yeah.
whatever. But anyway, so that helps me a lot because now I have a fresh person to talk to, and I could
Yeah.
take them through that process like we talked about. That later on, I could probably have some kind of monetization happening.
Okay. Absolutely. Yes, I will. I have someone in mind. She lives here, but she's actually American. So, okay. Yeah, I'm going to think about that.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to send this video to you. I'm going to go ahead and stop it now since we're kind of done talking.
Thank you for listening to the coaching edition of the Undiscovered Entrepreneur, brought to you by Doing It Today Coaching. If you want to get across the start line, contact me, DJ Scoob, at doingittodaycoaching@gmail.com. Say the words, do it now, for a free 2-hour discovery call to see how I can help you in your entrepreneur adventure. Art and graphics by Elaine Wilson, audio video by Brian Briggs of Ocean Tree Creative, and hosted by me, DJ Scoob. Supported by my Patreon, Brian Briggs. Click links in the show notes below for more information. And always remember, I can, I am, I will, and I'm doing it today. As a worker of 2 full-time jobs, running a podcast and coaching, every minute counts in my day-to-day. It's hard to be consistent in any of my social medias. And at this point, I cannot hire a social media manager. Pinnacle AI to the rescue! I've been using Pinnacle AI for a couple of weeks now and seeing big improvements in my outreach and consistency in all my social medias. Do you want to save time and increase your productivity too? Go to tuepodcast.net/AI for more information. Save yourself time and grow your brand. Try it now and see what it can do for you. Hello, Scoob Believers. Let me ask you a real quick question. How many cups of coffee have you had today? 3, 5, 7? And let me guess, you've got a Red Bull in the other hand just in case, right? Yeah, I see you. Now here's the truth bomb nobody wants to hear. You're not building a business. You're building a caffeine dependency. Listen, I get it. When you're grinding 12, 14, 16-hour days, you're building something from nothing. When you've got payroll to meet, investors to impress, and visions that won't wait. You need fuel. But what if I told you that the fuel that you're using is actually slowing you down? What if the very thing that you think is keeping you sharp is actually making you dull? Enter Rise Coffee. This isn't your grandma's mushroom tea. This isn't some hippie wellness trend. This is science meets performance. And here's what makes Rise different. Less than half the caffeine of a regular cup of coffee. But here's the kicker. You won't miss it. 6 organic powerhouse mushrooms, including cordyceps, what Olympic athletes use, and lion's mane, what Silicon Valley biohackers swear by. Sustained energy that doesn't spike and crash. We're talking smooth, clean power from morning to moonlight. Crystal clear focus without the jitters. Imagine closing the deal with calm, confident mind instead of the caffeine chaos. Gut health and immune support, because what's the point of building an empire if you're too sick to enjoy it? So here's the challenge to you. Stop borrowing energy from tomorrow. Stop running on fumes and call it a hustle. Stop wearing your caffeine addiction like a badge of honor. Real entrepreneurs optimize, real entrepreneurs adapt, real entrepreneurs win. You can't win if you're crashing at 2 p.m. while your competition is just getting started. Break the cycle. Head to risesuperfoods.com right now and use code PODNA15 for 50% off your first order. That's PODNA15 for 15% off. Try it for 30 days. If you don't feel the difference, if you don't feel sharper, calmer, more focused, more alive, then go back to your 6-a-day cup habit. But I'm telling you, you won't, because once you feel what real energy feels like, you'll never go back. Ditch the addiction, fuel your empire, and rise up. Rise Coffee, energy that builds, not burns.